Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to talk about some of the pictures that were in the book we read yesterday. What is the name of the habitat in this picture? The desert habitat. Good job. Has anyone ever been to the desert before? What is the weather like in the desert in this picture? It's very hot. The sun shines during the day, which is what makes it really hot. But then at night, when the sun goes down, it does get cooler. It's also very dry because it doesn't rain very much, and deserts are very sandy. Remember earlier in the year we learned that animals need to protect themselves and keep themselves safe? They have to protect themselves from the weather, like when it's too hot or too cold. In this desert, the animals have to protect themselves from the heat. They also have to protect themselves from other animals. In the desert, animals protect themselves from other animals that are trying to catch them. What desert animal is in this picture? Very good. It's a jackrabbit. Do you remember how a jackrabbit protects itself from the heat and stays cool? Yes, it uses its big ears to let off body heat into the air and cool down. This animal has to protect itself from the weather and stay cool too. What desert animal is in this picture? Yes, this is a bobcat. How is this bobcat protecting itself from the heat and staying cool in this picture? He's hiding in a shady cave out of the sun. Bobcats usually come out at night and sleep in caves or in the shade during the day so that they can stay cool when it's hot outside. And then when the sun goes down and it gets cooler, they come out and look for food. Animals that sleep all day and come out at night are called nocturnal. Say that with me. Nocturnal. What kind of animal is this bobcat? Nocturnal. This animal has to protect itself from heat and stay cool too. What desert animal is in this picture? This is a rattlesnake. How is the rattlesnake protecting itself from the heat and staying cool in this picture? He's sitting in the shade of the rocks. Rattlesnakes not only protect themselves from the heat, but they also protect themselves from other animals. Rattlesnakes have a special way of warning other animals to stay away. How do you think rattlesnakes warn other animals to stay away? They rattle their tail, and they also stick out their tongue and hiss. Can you stick out your tongue and hiss like a rattlesnake? Plants have to protect themselves from the weather in the desert too. Remember, the desert habitat is very dry and it hardly ever rains, but plants need water to live and grow. Cactuses are special plants that can live with very little water. They hold water inside themselves for a long time, and they only use a little bit at a time. The desert is very hot and dry. Desert animals stay cool in many different ways. Some animals hide under rocks. Some animals sleep all day and come out at night when it's colder. Plants like cactuses have to store water so they can survive in the dry desert where it hardly ever rains. They hold the water inside and only use what they need to survive. All of the plants and animals that live in the desert habitat have a special way of surviving there. Remember in our read aloud yesterday, we heard the word prickly? I want you to listen for the word prickly while I read that part of the story again. I can always find many animal friends over near the prickly pear cactuses that grow down close to the ground. Turtles and ground squirrels love to eat the prickly pear's juicy red fruit. Many animals, like snakes and spiders, hide out under the cactus Trying to find a bit of shade. I like hiding out here with my desert friends, too. Boys and girls, prickly means pointy or sharp. So something that is prickly pokes you. Can you say prickly? Prickly. I want you to look around your house with an adult and see if you can find anything that you have that's prickly. Some things in my house that are prickly are the teeth on a comb, the outside of a pineapple, the thorns on a rose bush, and my husband's beard is a little prickly. Prickly means pointy and sharp. If something is not prickly, we say it's smooth. Smooth is the opposite of prickly. See if you can find something smooth in your house. The glass on my windows are smooth. The top of my table is smooth. Good job, boys and girls.